I was talking to Colonel John Gallimore, who is the commanding officer of the 55th Air Wing, Nellis Air Force Base, also a Thunderbirds pilot. But he was talking about his time in the Middle East during combat, and he worked for a general. And he said what really astonished him when he was working for the general is often not only the leading military figure in the region, but he's also the leading political figure in the region. Like there's more to the job. And Colonel Gallimore was saying, I just learned so much about not just commanding military men and women, but also how to deal politically, strategically, diplomatically with all these different groups. And so tell us, General, what's the difference between being, say, a major or a captain or lieutenant colonel or a colonel, and then taking the next step to becoming a general or a flag officer? What are the big differences?
Well, the first thing is, when you're down at when you were a company grade or a field grade officer, you're focused primarily at the tactical level.
Yeah.
Up until I became the Deputy Chief of Staff of U.S. Central Command, my whole world was focused on the Army organization that I commanded, whether it was a company, whether it was a battalion or a brigade. That was the organization I commanded. That was my world, and that was all at the tactical level. When you get to be a senior colonel or a flag officer, you take a major step up into the strategic level of thinking, planning, preparing, and engagement. Colonel Gallimore was exactly right. When general officers, especially, are in other countries, they become political military leaders.
Yeah.
It's not just military, but you're looking at almost the four elements of national power: diplomacy, information, military, and economics. And you play a role in all of those as a senior officer deployed downrange or operating in another country. I operated as a general officer in Korea, in Germany, in the country of Georgia, in Ukraine, Bosnia, Kosovo, Israel, Turkey. And you've got to remember that it's far beyond commanding your small organization of soldiers. You represent the United States of America to a lot of these people.
That's what I was going to say. You literally are the United States of America. Exactly. You, the general flag officer, are the United States to a lot of these folks. And, you have so much responsibility, but that's also why I think the vetting process for becoming a flag officer is so strict, and because of the responsibility and because of the fact that you literally represent the country, like you just said. I think that's a great way to put it. It's very, very difficult to make it up through the ranks to flag officers.